Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm trying to get these ends, building empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business.
TeaV. Everything I say in this video is alleged. It is in my opinion, and it is for entertainment purposes only. DeMarie TeaV family, I am almost to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 600. I need 400 more subscriptions. Please hit the subscribe button, like the channel, share the video, and leave me a comment. I know I can get there with you guys' support. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Hello, DeMarie TeaV family. So we are back for part 4 of Martell Holt's side chick, Arionne Coleslaw Curry. Nay, the original Straight No Chaser, has released part 4 of her recordings. And if you have not had an opportunity to go there and listen to it, do that. It's a lot of repetitive information, but it's still kind of good information to kind of get a view into how Ariane thinks and kind of what she is like when she's spiraling. I find that completely interesting. Majority of the call is still about Carson. Carson Blue got under her skin. For some reason, she is just furious that Carson released this information, but that's kind of puzzling considering she told this information to somebody she was not really cool with. But it appears in this recording that she's upset. She is almost frantic, and it appears this has caused her releasing this information. It appears this recording is her starting to understand that Martell is upset with her because of her talking to Carson, and now, you know, this is kind of the timestamp of when this is happening, in my opinion. I don't know that for sure, but it sounds to me that she is frantic at this time. So she kind of begins speaking about her real friends, and she says, you know, my real friends would never go to a blogger and tell a blogger what we discussed in private. My question to Ariane is, why, if you have real friends, did you ever tell someone you just met something this important? This is not a conversation that anybody would just have with some random person they met out the street if they had real friends. The way that you are speaking to Nay and the way that you were speaking to Carson kind of tells me you don't have a lot of real friends. And if you do have real friends, those real friends have implemented boundaries with you. They don't want to hear anymore about Martell Holt because they've heard enough bullshit about him. They told you to leave him, you didn't, and so now you can't talk to them about the shit he does anymore. Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know. Next, she is talking to Nay, and she's like, I'm tired, Nay. I'm tired, Nay. My question to you again is, if you tired, then why don't you just stop doing what you're doing? If you are a living, breathing human being and you are capable, you have all your faculties, you have all your limbs, your senses, you seem perfectly healthy to me, then why not just change? If you don't like a situation that you're in, the beauty of life is at any given time you can change that situation. You can just change it. There is nothing preventing you from changing your life and making it a better situation for yourself and your kids. You can open your life, your heart up to someone else in an instant. You can meet your husband and your life could be totally different. But you gotta change. You gotta change. Step 1, get rid of that motherfucker and leave him alone. But this ain't the first time you heard that. Everyone in your life, I am 100% sure, has told you to leave Martell alone. But you haven't. And here's the beauty about change. All of a sudden, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Change can be difficult. change can be easy. You never know until you do it. But you pray, you ask God to deliver you from a situation, and you have faith that He will do that, and you make the steps to change. And if you want a roadmap on how to do that, just kind of go back and look at what Melody did. She's pretty amazing at it. You got to leave him alone. You got to cut him off. You got to set some hard boundaries. You got to not give him your phone number. You got to go to the court. You have to set up custody arrangements so he can see his child. You have to put some very strict boundaries in place because he is a narcissist and he will treat you worse than he did Melody. Worse than he did Melody. Okay? But you can change. Any of us can change. You can always change a bad situation. All of a sudden you'll wake up and everything will just feel lighter. It's like getting a bunch of weight off of you. But you don't do that because for you think Martell is a win. You see him as a win. You think he is a prize. And he's not. Girl, he's not. So if you are in fact tired, then change. Get you a new place. Start pouring into yourself. Go back to school. Get a career. Make your own money. Don't depend on anyone. Family, government, man, nobody. Do it yourself. Start pouring into you so you can build up your self-confidence and become a better person. Educate yourself so that you will become smarter and more mature and you can function as a middle-aged woman, which is exactly who you are. You're not the younger girl anymore. You have missed a lot of time to develop yourself and to prepare yourself for the future. So you have some stuff to make up for. If you want to change, you can do it. You can absolutely change, but you have to really want to do that. And you have to be committed to doing that. Ariane also goes into this. She sounds frantic because it sounds like Martell is mad at her. And anytime he's mad at her, I believe that she gets anxiety because she believes he's no longer going to deal with her. I don't think Ariane believes that she's worthy of a decent relationship or that another man will be attracted to her. I think she believes that Martell is it. He's the only one who will want her, and that's why she hangs on so bad. I think she believes she's done so much damage, nobody else is going to want to be with her. And for a minute, that might be true. For Huntsville, I don't think anybody's going to want to make you their wife or their woman in Huntsville for sure. If you want an opportunity to do something better, you're going to have to leave. She is calling Carson a hoe and calling her a stripper and talking about how she never wears wigs and talking about her hair. She has a Ariane, what is your fascination with your hair? Like, I don't get it. Did somebody tell you had pretty hair when you were little? Like, what's going on? Does Martell tell you he doesn't like wigs and he loves your hair? I don't know what it is, but you weigh heavily on your hair. Your hair is a big thing for you. Wearing a wig does not make you less of a woman than the women who do wear wigs. And that's coming from me. I am 100% natural. I have gorgeous hair. I have sister locks. So I too do not wear wigs, but I do not look down upon women who do, because at one point in time I wore a wig. The point is, who gives a shit? You can wear a wig, you can not wear a wig. You can rock a wig or you can not rock a wig. Just rock it. You know, just it's all about what makes you feel good and what makes you look good to self. Okay? So, I don't know what your issue is with Carson styling wigs or whatever, but Carson has a respectable career. Carson is a mother. She is a wife. She is making her own money. She's doing very good at it. She's not a hoe, and she's no longer a stripper. And just for the record, being a stripper does not make you a hoe. It makes you a stripper. And women who choose to monetize their bodies because they're gorgeous and men want to and women want to come in and look at it, that's their choice. That's their choice. It's their body. If they see their body as an art form that people want to come in and pay them to look at, that is their business. And being the entrepreneur that Carson is, I'm 100% sure her decision to strip was about her money. Making her money. Being about her paper. Which is something you know nothing about. You don't know nothing about that? Nothing. Arionne made a comment that she just wasn't no regular old bitch. Her and Martell got a baby. Girl, bye. Melody had 4 children by this man, and he still disrespected her, cheated on her for years with you. Martell does not care nothing about you having 1 baby with him. That does not make you special. And let's not forget, when you got pregnant with Knox, he told you to have an abortion. He didn't even want the baby with you. You did that because you were trying to compete with Melody and get her to leave her husband. So she handed him to you, and you still didn't land that plane. You still couldn't stick the landing. You done fumbled that ball. They've been divorced for 3 years. 3. And he's still walking around with his wedding ring on. How you feel about that? I have a question. Ariane, when you were little and you were on the bus stop, was the bus big or was it a smaller bus than the ones everybody else rode? I want to know, because I don't know. Something tells me your bus was probably not the same as everybody else's bus. Just, if you be on my page, just drop it in the comments and let me know. What did you ride, one of the bigger buses or the little buses? With your slow ass. Get on my damn nerves. Ooh. So towards the end of the recording, she goes back to telling on herself. And Ariane is saying, nay, if it was not Martell in the video, I would have put it out. And in this same recording, she has audacity. Okay, did y'all see that? Audacity. People were telling me that I was mispronouncing audacity. Audacity. And so I'm working on it. Okay? Don't be giving me shit, y'all. I'm working on it. Audacity. Okay? So she had the audacity to say that she never publicly comes for Mel. I cannot believe this came out of her mouth. That she never publicly bashed Mel. This woman has called Mel bitches before, bad bodies, talked about how her husband was eating her ass, just constantly berated this person for years, and has the audacity to say that she never publicly bashed her. She also goes on a rant talking about how Martell never stands in his shit. He never defends her or protects her, and he never owns his shit. But when she was on Tasha K, Ariane, you didn't own your shit either. Tasha asked you if you wanted to apologize to Melody, and you said no. You've never owned your shit. You've never apologized. You've never said you were sorry to Melody or her children for ruining their home life and destroying their family. Never. So the fact that you're with somebody and you want them to own their shit, it's not surprising. You and Martell deserve each other. You two are a match made in hot ass hell. He doesn't own his shit, and neither do you. He is destructive to everything in his path, and so are you. He is a narcissist, so are you. He is self-centered, so are you. He has anger issues, so do you. He can't communicate effectively, neither can you. He can't manage money, business, or life very well, neither can you. I'm not sure what's on the 5th recording. I believe Nay had made a statement that somebody said, I can't recall where it came from, but I remember hearing that there was a recording that included information about Shari. So I'm under the belief that this is not the final recording. What I will say is it was not a lot of new information on this recording. It's just more of her ranting and acting a damn fool and running her mouth. But she did say at the very end, Nay said to her, this is a problem because this is a misdemeanor. And Ariane said she admitted to understanding that what they did was breaking the law, and she admitted that she understood that this can be a misdemeanor. I disagree with misdemeanor. I believe the fact that they have shared this tape multiple times with other people I believe that if someone can get to their phones and look through their information, and if there's digital data of where they shared the information, I believe that it will lead to a felony conviction for both of them. I believe they shared it way more than one time. But that's just me, in my opinion. I'm waiting for the next part to drop. I love getting these little glimpses into who Ariane is and how she behaves under pressure. I really wish that Ariane would just try to change and do some good in this world. Like all the karma that you got coming back on you that's going to be negative, you should be helping old people cross the street. Girl, you should be volunteering at Pounds. You should be cooking for the homeless. You should be doing as many good deeds on this earth as you can do to try to counteract all the bullshit that's going to come your way. You have put a lot of time and energy into being negative and hurting people. And now these chickens is coming home to roost, girl. You need to change your life. You need to set some boundaries when it comes to Martell and get him out of your life romantically. You need to make space and make room for somebody to come in your life who really want to check for you, who really want to be about you. You need to change and be someone different. You always calling Carson a hoe because she was a stripper. Carson is an upstanding citizen who is owning a business and being a parent and being married to her husband. She's doing the damn thing. You still over here side chicking. Side chick to Melody, side chick to Belinda, side chick to Shari, but you ain't never the main chick. Don't you get tired of that? Don't you want somebody to make you their main person? This man is literally still walking around in the wedding ring Melody gave him. That cannot... How does that make it make sense? You're not a prize girl. You ain't that chick, that bitch, that nothing. You can be if you work really hard and pour into yourself. But as of now, you just coleslaw, slow slaw, side chick. All right, YouTube family, leave me some comments, like, share this video, subscribe to my channel. I look forward to speaking to you guys soon. Have a good one.
Order in accord, me first, you short. All my time been off yours, boss bitches to the floor. It's my time.